Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the private server Everlasting. We are with our martial arts super reflex scrapper, who's 25th level. This is Silver Phoenix, and she currently has 419,000 experience and 3.3 million influence. Yes, the influence has gone way up. I finally kind of had no choice but to start selling some of the oranges. I think I sold one, and I got like 600,000 influence or something for it. It's just I've just given up on trying to keep the influence under control. There's just no way to do that unless you just stop collecting salvage. Um, so yeah, we're down to 135 salvage. I've sold a bunch of it. Many of these things are actually items I'm going to need for crafting, so I don't want to sell things like the rune because I need it for one of the enhancements I want to craft. So when you just look at the enhancements that um, so I'm going to put this on local. There it is. When you look at the enhancements the enhancements that I intend to craft in the salvage that I'm carrying that actually can be used for some of those, other than these oranges, um, most of these are um, most of these, especially the whites and stuff that are going to be the least expensive, are like Lucky Charm, are ones that I'm going to need. So we're here with Andrea Mitchell. She's another contact from our list of contacts in Talos Island. We've got a whole bunch of potentially active ones. We've got Christine and Ashwin and Colin and Kevin all in Independence Port. We've got Long Jack and Stricka Isle. We've got a bunch of guys in Talos Island. I'm going to go ahead and do some of these, and then we will um, do. Oh, I didn't read that. Darn. Um, so we're dealing with Sky Raiders right now, and the Sky Raider secret is, gosh, I didn't read that because I thought that was going to be a mission and I was going to click on it. I've forgotten where we were. So this is actually a story arc we're on for Barry, and he sent us to Andrea Mitchell, who's also a contact that can give you missions, although I don't know if we have her. And so she's telling us about the Sky Raiders. So hopefully he will say something to remind us. Okay, so we know that the men you rescued, right? The men we rescued from the Sky Raiders. So these were government agents, and they wouldn't tell us anything about their job, right? Because he said it was need to know. So the men we rescued from Sky Raiders used to be involved in that military unit Vigilance. What we don't know is what they're doing in Paragon City. Now I've got some names, and we can do some digging. And so he says, I've got a lead on the whereabouts of Eli Hunt, one of the men you rescued from the Sky Raiders. One of my contacts told me that Hunt's making a visit to a research lab here in Paragon City. If the Sky Raiders know about it, they might hit him there. I want you to protect Eli Hunt from the Sky Raiders, and while you're at it, see if there's any more info you can dig up. Be ready, though, if Eli knows something, you may not have much time to act after you rescue him. Maybe an hour or less, depending on how fast the Sky Raiders move. So we're going to be in two missions that are one, and the second one's going to be timed. That's my guess. Um, so if you remember when I was talking about time missions, this is what used to drive players crazy if they didn't warn you, right? If I don't have an hour and a half to play right now, and we do a half-hour mission, and then I have to log off, and right at the end of it, it pops a timed hour mission, I'm screwed, right? I can't do the mission, and I'm going to fail it. And so, people would get annoyed at that because they'd say, well, how do you know I'm going to have time to do this other mission, right? But we should be all right because I just started playing and I've got plenty of time this afternoon. So, um, we should be all right with this. So now we need to rescue Eli Hunt. So again, this could be up to 5 levels depending on the lab. We don't have a Raider Engineer. Okay, good. Yeah, Sky Raiders, I've got to remember that I have to make sure to keep them from spawning the force field generators, and this is probably going to be too easy if it's going to be all blue. So I think I may, after this mission is over, go ahead and set it to +1 and see how it goes. Alright, so we're done here. And there's a dead end here too, I believe. Yep. So we're done there. I'm just drawing it out because I've had too many experiences since coming back to the game of not going all the way down and then coming back and having to find out what I missed, and if parts of the map aren't completely drawn, I end up going back to the dead ends anyway. So let's see what we got here. So we got a porter, we got an assault raider, I don't see any engineers. There's an engineer and there's an engineer. Okay, so those guys are going to be a pain. Let's try doing a pull of this guy with our taunt. And we'll just make him come over here and put him down. And this guy's an assault raider. Alright, so we pulled the two of them. Now these guys we don't want to taunt. Right, instead we're going to want to stun one and pound the other one. So let's try to do it real fast. Alright. So it looks like we took him out. Now we need to get this guy before he does his force field generator. I should be alright. Good, no force field generators, and we don't need that. So now we can head upstairs and see who else is up here. Oops. Yeah. There's somebody. And that's an engineer and a porter. Alright. So let's get him. And this is a lieutenant porter. So some of the porters are minions and some are lieutenants. This one's a lieutenant, so it means you can take a few extra hits. He'll do a little more damage if you don't kick his butt fast enough, but that's about it. Anybody else up here? No. Alright. So now we're going to continue. What's over here? Looks like this room. No? There's an elevator. Alright, so looks like we're good. We're going to go to the next level. Level 2. And we just need Eli Han, so we're not... This isn't to defeat all. We do to defeat the commander. Oh man, I got lucky this guy didn't see me, or he would have done a force field generator. Fortunately, he did not see me. I did not see him either. So we're even. Okay, so there's another elevator here. And another elevator here. So we at least have 2 more levels to do. Those are levels 3 and 4, and then this is a dead end. Okay. So let's hit this one first. I have no idea which one they want you to do first, but we'll hit this one first. This is a dead end here. Okay. Nobody here. We're going to have to come back, so we may as well map out the extent of it and then come back, because we got to go back down the elevator anyway. Alright, so this dead ends over here, so we're done with this section. So now we're going to head south. And there's a captain, and there's a raider engineer. I'm going to be too slow. Yep, I was too slow. That's frustrating. Just took me a little too long. And we got rid of it. That's good. Okay. And by the way, the reason I keep taking damage from that explosion is it's an AoE, and I do not have AoE defense, so it's going to hit me most of the time. At least 50% of the time. And now we have one more sort of hallway to go down. And my guess is there's just one room back here, but we'll see. There's an engineer, so we want to hit him first. Take out the captain. And we've aggroed these other guys. Which could have been bad if there was an engineer on that group. porters can be kind of annoying too, but for the most part, it's really the engineers that are the worst. And now we're going to kick this guy's butt. Done. Alright, let's see who's over here. I'm mostly doing this sort of corner look around, in particular to avoid the engineers. We've only had one instance of the generator being pulled out, and that's good. Alright, so we're done with this level. There's going to probably just be one more because of the way this was set up. This is the third of probably 4 levels, but there might be a 5th. We'll have to just see. Alright. There's an engineer. Got it. Don't need the awaken. Dead end over here. Dead end over here. Dead end over here, okay. Yeah, you gotta wonder about some of these maps. This is as much MC Escher as any of the offices. Oh, what am I doing? You know, you've got these big long corridors that sort of dead end and there's nothing there. Okay, this is a big room. The leader will probably be in here. There's an engineer, so we definitely want to take him out. So he's done. Now we can take out the officer. And now we've got the full tray of inspirations, just the way I like it. And there's an engineer, so we gotta hit him. Got him. Just barely got him before he tried to get that generator out. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to say the white cons are just too easy now. We need to bump it. And that's, of course, why they put the difficulty slider in here. We need more challenge. I mean, it's fun, you know, after struggling for so long just to survive. It's fun to just go through and just utterly crush everything. Just bang, bang, bang. But on the other hand, I can imagine it would become rapidly very boring to anybody watching if all I'm doing is just crushing things and never, ever, ever taking any sort of damage, or, you know, never having a problem, never coming even close to face planting. You know, at least in some of the other, you know, the earlier gameplay, I actually almost died a couple times, and several times I actually said, oh, it looks like I'm gonna die here. Actually, I want to be back up there. And then I didn't, just because I got lucky, or, you know, an inspiration dropped, and, you know, like a luck dropped at just the right time and I was able to pop it. But we really don't want to be in the situation where we're just blowing through everything so fast that there's no challenge at all. I mean, I can't imagine why anyone would want to watch a channel like that, right, or a playlist like that. Just because, where's the challenge, right? So once we're done with, we're going to probably have to do this mission and the next one. I want to do it in between because I don't know what it'll do if we try to change it while a mission is in progress. But once we're done with this and its sister mission, I think we're going to upgrade. Make it more difficult. Oh, I missed. I did not see them. So we got to take this thing out. so that the shield goes away. Focus Chi does a really good job with that. These guys like to run and flee a lot. I generally don't chase them because they will come back. Alright. And we're almost done with this guy. There we go. We got an enhancement. These are all tech, or tech psi. So we do not need them. And now if we go through here, I don't see any engineers. My guess is one of them's hiding somewhere, but good deal. And there is our little buddy, our prisoner. And it's a wing raider and an engineer protecting him. Now he says, hey, you again, I could really use your help. That's the commander. Oh, are you kidding me? It's just a lieutenant? That's pretty disappointing. Alright, we'll stun him. Probably don't need to do any of this, but best practices are still best practices. Look at that. I don't know how many, what did I need to use, 1 or 2 inspirations? Didn't take a knee. Never any threat at all. So the mission was complete. We're going to come out. Let's see if it gives us a time mission right after this. We got to look at the clue. Yep, see, time mission in Atlas Park. So, he says, you again. It seems your sources are almost as good as the Sky Raiders. I can't tell you what we're in the middle of, at least, not yet. But Silver Phoenix, I sure could use your help. When I came to the lab to have some technology analyzed, I sent my colleague, Wayne Evans, to investigate some shipping irregularities at a local warehouse. He's not answering his phone. If the Sky Raiders found me, they can probably find him. Can you go to the warehouse and make sure he's alright? Wayne's a former hero like yourself. So, now we gotta go to Atlas Park. So the first thing we gotta do is head to the... where is it? The monorail? No. That. Oops. Gotta switch to super jump, of course. And then we're gonna just skip along the rooftops until we get to the train station. See, now I'm kind of getting the hang of doing super jump to gain height. Also oh, I missed that one. Also it goes a lot further than it did. Both because I'm leveling and it gets better as you level, but also because there's a single origin enhancer on it. And we do need to sell enhancements, but I'm not going to worry about that right now, because first we got to do this mission. It won't take us an hour. And then we're going to bump the mission difficulty, and in the next episode you'll see how that works. I'm not sure if we're going to want to put it up for 2 players, but let's just start with +1 and see how it goes. And if that's still too easy, we might try it with doing +1 and act as if it's for 2 players. That'll generate more lieutenants and stuff to be a better challenge. And we're getting some rubber banding. I always stop when that happens, give the map server a chance to catch up to me. I don't know if that actually does any good, but it seems to help. And one of the things I noted in an earlier episode, that Practice Brawler, if it runs while you're super jumping, if it triggers, it can it can just land you, like it basically turns off your jump for a second. It actually doesn't do that anymore, so it seems like that is different. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. Alright, so here we are. We have 57 minutes and 28 seconds to investigate this warehouse. So let's see what we've got here. It's a warehouse, so it won't be as big as, say, a 5-floor office. It doesn't seem to be a huge map, but it's going to be fairly large. And who have we got in here? Level -1 Sky Raiders. Okay. I mean, it's silly. I can two-shot this guy. So we need to defeat. We need to defuse 6 bombs. There's 2 right here. 3. All right, let's take these guys out, and then we'll come back for the bombs. And there's a patrol. And see, that's the thing. Like at this point, it's like there's a patrol. Yeah, who cares, right? As long as there's no Raider engineer in there, whatever. Because they can't really do anything to me. So we're gonna need to definitely bump the mission difficulty. See, they're doing a little bit now because there are so many of them shooting at me, and of course there's a lieutenant. Oh, he actually might make me use a couple inspirations. There should be some guys up here. Yep. Alright, let's take them out. See, they got like 3 swings at me. None of them hit. Alright, so let's defuse the 3 bombs that are here. 1. And I was saying this, I've actually been playing an alt named Liberty Lass, and I've been recording her videos as well. I've done about 6 or 7 episodes of that so far. I have no idea when I'm going to post them, but one of the things I said in there is, yeah, here's my character who's, you know, got no tech abilities. At least this character's a bit of an engineer, or plans to be, and is good at math and things like that, but the other character's a high school student. She's disarming bombs that are going to blow up the city. You know, it's like, where did she get bomb defusing experience? That's a little nuts, but oh well, it's superheroes, it's comics, you can't think about it too much, I guess. Okay, no engineers. That means I can just attack the nearest guy and put him down. You can see how fast the white cons go down. Look at that. Is this Wayne Evans? Found this large file of shipping manifests on the body of Wayne Evans. Okay, so he's dead. And there's the leader. Okay, the first guy we've got to take out is the engineer. He has got to be taken out. And I don't trust doing a pull with this, and we shouldn't need to do a pull. So I'm just going to go in and hit him as hard and fast as I can. And then I'll take everybody else out. This is a lieutenant. He's done. Now we'll take this guy. One more hit should do him. Oh, come on. And now, Lieutenant Marshall. So he's done. So now we just got to take out the last 2 bombs. I hear one. So there's one. Alright, let's take these guys out. And then these guys. The engineer first. So you can interrupt him if you hit him. And that's always my goal, is to try and interrupt him so that he cannot pull out that stupid shield generator. Okay. One more bomb to do, and we'll be finished. So, nowhere near 52 minutes, or whatever, nowhere near an hour. Oh, and there's the last bomb. There's the engineer. Let's take him out. This guy's just standing there looking at me. And again, as I said last time, we have no defense against the Inferno Raider when he does that, because that's an AoE. Area of effect. Wow, where's the bomb? Oh, it's up here. So we've taken this out. Alright, let's finish these guys. Just two. And then I thought there was another guy down here. Over here. No. Okay, we're done. Out we go. Talos Park. Alright, so now we can call our contact. We get a clue. It's a real shame about Wayne's death. I really admired him when he was Captain Indomitable. I sure hope the file you recovered was worth his life. Let's see here. These are shipping records dating back to just after the Richty War. Apparently, the warehouse Wayne was investigating was supposed to send some supplies to the new headquarters of that military unit, Vigilance, but the stuff never showed up. It says here the shipment was diverted on orders of the Department of Homeland Security. The guy who signed the order, Irving Catcher, is in the private sector now. Maybe he knows what happened to those old shipments. Okay? And why don't you go check out Irving Catcher's office? We need to learn more about why those military supplies were diverted from the Vigilance unit. It looks like the Sky Raiders killed Wayne Evans to keep him from finding out what happened. I'd like his death to mean something. So, it's going to be here in Alice Park. We've got more enhancements that we want to sell. Alright, so I will pick this up next time, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is City of Heroes, and I am Scrapperlock.